11:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and this is an emergency update. The Dow Jones is crashing down not over 900 points, or 2.75%. This is why it was so dangerous to trade and not sell at those tops like I talked about earlier this morning and last night. Because the Fed, when they raise these rates, 50 basis points, you're going to have this immediate dump off. And then what happens when they do it again next month and the month after? A lot of people told me I was crazy because I said that they were going to do this. Now, what you're going to notice at the exact same time is the US dollar currency, the DXY, is pumping as predicted. I predict this to probably go up to $106.20 with this recent news. It might take a few days, but I think that's where we're headed next. And gold and silver right now they were getting hammered, the commodity stocks. But I'm telling you, buy this. Buy this in the commodities. Buy Fortuna silver mines and dollar cost average from here, because we're going to have a reversal here in the future. We got to finish off this reversal pattern here, which we're dumping down. For whatever reason, this always happens, and that's why I said I fully anticipate gold. Let me show you in the farther out. I fully anticipated gold to come back down to the uptrend. It had broke out of a pretty big pattern that it was in over a very long time, and it's in a rising channel. So we came down, we touched the support on the rising channel. We broke a huge pattern that we were in, which was an ascending triangle that went back many, many years, about a decade. And now we're in this rising channel, and we played it beautifully. So, you know, and this is what happens. It's the part of the pattern we're at right now. We're probably going to try to come back down, possibly. Where are we at right now? We're close. Well, we're pretty close to the bottom right here on gold. It could come down a little bit, but that 1875, 1878 mark is really where you would expect. Unless we're going to break back down to like 1850 and retouch that, but we're really close to a bottom. We have an engulfing candle in the daily, and I anticipate that this is more of a fake out in gold and silver. Commodity stocks are getting hammered, except for Commerce Resource, which I always tell you guys is a hidden gem. Fuel cell, I'm fucking hammering it today in my short. As you guys know, I was getting killed because it went way up, but I took the short out until the end of July, and I was down as much as 70% on this short because it went up when they artificially pumped the market. But I just sat there, bought a little bit more. I have like 106 options, but today it's up 75% alone. My break-even price is $2. I bought it when it was anywhere from $5.85 all the way up to $7 for the short. And if I hit the $2, I have until the end of July, third week of July. So I think I'm in good shape. Right now, I'm back over. I'm not under anymore. I was down as much as, like I said, 80%. Now I'm up like 15%. So that's a pretty big turnaround. I don't know what it's as of the last couple hours. When I checked it earlier, fuel cell was at 455 and it was down like 6.5%. So it's definitely dropped a few more percent. A couple more days like this, I'll be finding a few more ounces of gold, or a bunch of ounces of silver, I should say. Total crypto market cap is getting slaughtered, down 6%. Fell back within this inside out wedge. This is the terrible sign for the crypto markets. We've got, how you doing? Sorry guys, I'm walking my son, but I felt it urgent to put this update out. Bitcoin's down 6.66%, barely holding on to 37,000. We're coming to the uptrend. We talked about this. We're going to hit uptrends, and if we didn't hit that 30-minute and hold it, we were going to come back down to these bottoms, and that's exactly what's going on this morning. I seen some YouTube videos this morning. The shorts are getting slaughtered. I was laughing. What do you mean? No, shorts are not getting slaughtered unless they were taking it out at the very bottom of the dump. Like, the only shorts that got slaughtered there were the shorts that got put in when the market was down. The longs are getting absolutely obliterated right now. I don't care what anybody says. In a short position, as long as you didn't go more than a 10x, you were fine. Even at its peak, we never went over 10% in one day. So you could have shorted the market and been fine. If you're just a conservative 5x leverage trader, you were fine on shorting it. It's when you start to take the risk and 20, 30, 50x the market, that's when we have big problems. So Bitcoin is right where I anticipated it would be. XRP failed right where I said. What was I touting, guys? For how long? I said I'm waiting for this pushback up to hit that ascending resistance that should have been support after breaking out of a ascending triangle in a smaller pattern. That's what I said I was waiting for. And I tell you guys I'm the best in the business because I am the best in the business. Hit that ascending resistance that should have been supported. Hit it fucking perfectly as resistance. And now we're coming down. I said if that didn't break, we would likely come down to 56.5 and put in a double bottom at worst. I mean at best. And then if it wants to break through, it can break through. So if you follow my technical analysis, you're so far ahead. And the other thing is I encourage you guys to join Tom's Army. We're down to 241 members of Tom's Army, which is still tremendous support. But obviously, if you're in my Telegram, we're gonna have a red card day. I've given out many warnings. I do a lot of work, and I don't like to feel like I'm getting taken advantage of. So if you're part of the Telegram, if you're part of my army, and you haven't been paying, it's been several months. The differential's too much now to ignore. So expect the red card, or the pink slip, so to say. So, other than that, I wanted to take a look at XLM. I mean, this could very well be a breakdown and come back and retest. Like I said, in the 30-minute, we were going to have a breakdown today. But in the 4-hourly, we still look like we could start these, the bullish cross here and have some kind of a continuation to the upside if this were to hold. The problem is when they do that 50 basis and everybody gets scared, eventually we're going to capitulate down. And if this is the moment where we start to capitulate down, it's going to happen very quickly here. We'll see right now how the market holds. If the market breaks 37,000 for Bitcoin, we're in a lot of fucking trouble because we'll go right to 35. And that would bring XLM down to 15.3. So this is what we're watching. If we can get some kind of support from the bulls, we could have some kind of relief rally, but I wouldn't touch these murky waters yet. We're not down to a technical target at the bottom yet. Some of the market is just getting absolutely obliterated. Look at DGB down 10.8% now. And if DGB doesn't hold this little consolidation spot right here at 18.8, or actually it's not 18.8, it's about 18.4, you're going to come down to at least 17.81, and likely 17.50 isn't going to hold them. We're going to come back down here. Because these are right now playing out as bearish continuation patterns with a fake out. Remember what I said? A shake them out, to fake them out, to break them all. That's what I've been touting this. So we shake them out to the downside, crack the short, or the longs. We have a fake out to the top side, crack the shorts. And then we just break down to break them all. Because now everybody's fucked. And then when you get to the bottom, nobody's got any money. And then you can't short long because everybody's already been liquidated. That's the power of the game, manipulation, ladies and gentlemen. The more you understand it, the easier it gets. That's why I tell you guys, join Tom's Army. I'm a step ahead of this. So far ahead. The community's fantastic. But as you can see, we have 255 members in Tom's Army. But only 241 paying members of Tom's Army. I've overlooked it for several months. No more. So, fair warning. If you want to show some support to the channel, you guys can go check out the merch store. Oh yes, finally. After all this time, all the asking by you guys, it's finally ready. YouTube offered me the merch store. Their pricing is a little ridiculous, but I cut off pretty much, if you could see the profit margin, it's not very much. But I wanted to give pricing that you guys, that was affordable. You should have seen the pricing this started at. All of this stuff was at least $10 more. Some of it $15. So we've got t-shirts, phone cases, you can even get your mask, coffee mugs. We got some stuff for the women too. We got hoodies, and then also yoga pants, but those are nice ones. I went with the premium ones for the ladies because if you're gonna work out in my stuff, or if you're walking around in it, I want it to feel good. So make sure to check that out. The link's in the video description below. The store will be available. You'll see it on my page on YouTube, but it says it can take like 3 to 7 days or whatever to actually be shown to the public. So you're gonna have to click on the link in my video description below.